Chapter 5, The Tenebrous Forest. With the Scarlet Sword armor complete and the silver key in hand, Ilian and his magical companion venture into a dark, enchanted forest. The shadows of the trees seem to move by themselves, and the whisper of the wind takes on a haunting melody. The sword, with its scarlet gem shining in the center of the cross, illuminates the path, but its red light casts dancing shadows that increase the sense of mystery. The journey takes them to a clearing bathed in moonlight, where they discover an ancient star map on an altar with disparate columns, supporting a domed ceiling of glass reflecting hundreds of colors. The sword guides Ilian by interpreting the constellations in the night sky, revealing a crucial clue to the search for him. As he gazes at the stars, Ilian feels that he is connected to the ancient magic that flows through the sword. This moment of contemplation sharpens his intuition and strengthens his bond with the sword. This trail of the constellations opens their way through the forest, where the light of the sword, now impregnated with celestial knowledge, dissipates the dark shadows. Drenched in celestial energy, Ilian steps forward with renewed confidence. As they venture deeper into the forest, they encounter magical creatures, who, sensing Ilian's intense connection to the sword, prepare to challenge them. The beings are beautiful and terrifying at the same time, with eyes that seem to hold ancient secrets. The battle that follows is a test of courage and skill, as the creatures use magical abilities to attack. Ilian confidently dives into the fray, taking advantage of his connection to the sword to unleash defensive and offensive spells. By defeating the creatures, he gains a deeper sense of the magic that flows through the sword and the scarlet gem of him. After winning, they continued their path along the path traced by the sword, which led them to a place that was plunged into shadows. Where the forest stretched like a living enigma, with twisted trees that seemed to reach for the sky. Daylight barely penetrated the dense branches, creating a mysterious and gloomy atmosphere. Ilian and the sword advanced cautiously, the sword illuminating their path with a soft crimson glow. They walked deeper into the forest, where every step was a challenge and every shadow hid dark secrets. In the middle of the thicket, they found an ancient stone pedestal, on which there was a scroll adorned with astral symbols. Ilian remembered the previous riddles and knew that he must interpret the star map to advance. Using the stars as a guide, he traced a path on the scroll that would take them to their next destination. The map drawn by Ilian took them to a deeper part of the forest, where everything seemed to come alive with magical energy. The trees seemed to whisper ancient secrets, and fireflies filled the air with a mysterious glow. The forest itself seemed to watch them as they advanced. Without warning, magical creatures began to appear around them. They couldn't see them, but they could feel their presence. An ethereal voice echoed in their minds. "Who dares to enter our domain?" the voice asked, filled with an ancient echo. Ilian responded decisively, "We are travelers in search of answers and ancient powers. We do not seek to harm your home." The voice was silent for a moment, and then, with a soft, melodious laugh, he said, "Then you must demonstrate your bravery and wisdom. Face the trials that await you." The trials of the dark forest were challenging. Ilian and the Scarlet Sword faced illusions and magical traps, challenges that tested their ingenuity and their ability to overcome invisible obstacles. In a clearing in the forest, they faced a spectacular creature, half human and half animal, who challenged them to a competition of cunning and agility. The ethereal voice echoed again in their minds, this time formulating an intricate enigma. "In the day, I walk on 4 legs, in the afternoon, on 2, and at night, on 3. What am I?" Ilian, with the cunning and knowledge accumulated by him in the search for enigmas, reflected on the question. After a moment, he answered confidently, "You are the human being, who crawls in childhood, walks upright in adulthood, and leans on a cane in old age." The voice, pleased by the correct answer, let out a melodious laugh. "You have shown wisdom. Now you face a choice. Before you are 2 scrolls sealed with magical locks. One contains the knowledge you crave, and the other, a further test. At this crucial moment, which destiny will you choose? But do not forget, One ancestral silver key is the price to unlock your path. Ilian presented the silver key, watching it disappear in a flash, as he assessed the possible risks or rewards. After a moment of reflection, he pointed to the scroll to the right of him. The lock faded away, revealing a message engraved in ancient runic language. The ethereal voice recited the words, "Truth awakens sleeping power." These words, with a magical energy, enveloped Ilian and the Scarlet Sword, infusing them with new power. The sword light flickered brightly, and Ilian felt the magic flowing around him. With the new knowledge acquired, the voice, with a tone of satisfaction, said in a soft and melodious voice, "Before your eyes, I reveal an unexplored path, which paves the way through this enigmatic forest, inhabited by magical creatures and secrets." Ancestral. As they continued along the new path, the magical creatures became less hostile and more curious. They began to reveal fragments of information about the dark forest and its history lost in time. They discovered that the forest had been a place of powerful magical rituals, and that its connection to the sword was related to an ancient prophecy. Suddenly, an ethereal creature materialized in front of them, its translucent form arousing curiosity. Ilian asked, "Why has the forest led us here? What is our purpose here?" The creature said with a serious voice full of wisdom, "The forest seeks those worthy of unraveling its mystery. You have shown courage and wisdom in facing our trials. Now, we will reveal to you the path you must follow." With the help of the magical creatures, Ilian and the Scarlet Sword continued their journey through the dark forest, following the path to the next stage of their quest. The forest had revealed part of its secrets, but there was still much to discover. The mystery and excitement of the journey persisted, propelling them forward as they delved into the heart of the dark forest in search of the answers they longed for.